Minister, you're in Skopje as part of a ministerial informal meeting, which is known as the Berlin process. What is UK role for the Western Balkans now after Brexit?
Well, this is, yes, I'm here for the Berlin process. This actually is my first visit to the Western Balkans since becoming Foreign Minister just a few weeks ago. So I was absolutely determined to come here today to show the commitment of the UK to the process and to the Western Balkans as a region too, and to show our commitment as well.
What are your expectations? Do Macedonia and Albania have a real chance of getting a date for starting negotiations with the European Union this spring?
The matter of EU enlargement obviously is now a matter for the EU. We've left the EU, but we've not left Europe. So we're very keen that we support North Macedonia and Albania in all that we can. And we've got very close links and partnership already in terms of we're trade partners, we're NATO partners. Many of the programs that we run here we have in North Macedonia. So there's a lot of strong connections between our countries, and so that's why it's important to us.
Now you're following the process from the outside, but what is your position on the new enlargement methodology, the negotiations methodology that the European Union is now talking about?
Yes, we're outside of the EU, but we're still part of Europe. We still take a really close interest, but the detail is really a matter for the EU member states themselves. But we're a sovereign country. We recognise sovereign nations. We recognise democracy, and so we will support those countries that want to make those steps towards accession.
The rule of law is the most important area in which fundamental reforms are likely to be needed. What is your assessment of the current situation with this area in Macedonia?
I do absolutely understand the importance of the rule of law. Before becoming a foreign minister, I was a minister at the Ministry of Justice in the UK. So I do understand the huge steps that North Macedonia has been taking in terms of developing the rule of law and make the steps taken already, and recognise the steps to be taken moving forward as well.
The UK has been a very strong supporter of the reform process in Macedonia and a strong supporter of the EU integration and perspective of our country. What has changed in the relationship between Skopje and London after Brexit?
Well, the fact that I'm here in many ways shows that nothing has changed. As I've said previously, we've left the EU, but we've not left Europe. We hosted a summit in 2018, which was after our decision to leave the EU. We continue to fund programs in the Western Balkans, and I think that that's a really clear sign of our commitment to the region, and that actually we're doing even more than we were before.
Thank you very much for this interview.